Hello everyone and welcome. Today is Valentine's Day. Most of us know how Valentine's Day is celebrated. That is by gifting roses or chocolates, or it may be even people lamenting their fate in social media through memes and through various other posts. But what most of us do not know is that how this celebration came into existence. What was the reason behind it, and where did it originate? That is what we are going to find out in this video. There are basically various theories on how Valentine's Day came into existence, but what most of them agree upon is that the name Valentine has come from a Christian priest who lived in Rome between 3rd to 4th century. What the first theory says is that uh, in the 3rd century, the Roman Emperor Claudius believed that single men would be better fighters than married men. So he outlawed marriage for all young men and women. And this Christian priest, Valentine, uh, carried out marriages of these young men and women in secret and was once caught and murdered by Claudius. And to commemorate his deed about getting together people who love each other even when it was not possible, some believe that this idea led to this, you know, this this day called Valentine's Day. Well, some others believe that uh, this day, Valentine's Day, was brought in on the to commemorate Saint Valentine in the month of February to Christianize the pagan tradition of or pagan festival of Lupercalia. Lupercalia was a festival dedicated to the god Faunus in ancient Rome. It was their festival to celebrate fertility and pray for having a good crop. But what happened was that what used to happen in this festival was that the Luperci or the Roman priests would gather in a sacred cave, which was believed to have been the cave in which the founders of Rome were brought up by she wolf or Lupa. So what these priests would do is that they sacrificed a goat for fertility and a dog for purification. They would then strip the goat of its hide, cut them into small strips, dip them inside the sacrificial blood, and then go outside where all the young women of the city would line up naked. These priests would go on slapping them gently, and as well as slapping the crops for fertility. The Roman women did not resent this and they welcomed this because they believed that this would lead to them being more fertile. After this entire ritual was done, all the women would put their name in a big, huge urn, from which the young women of Rome would pick names, and they would be paired up for 1 year. Most of these matches ended up with marriages. Lupercalia was uh, outlawed by the Christian in. So after this entire ritual was completed, all the women of the city, all the young women of the city would put their names into these big, huge urn, from which the young men or bachelors of the city would pick names, and then whichever woman's name was written in their chit, they would be paired up for the rest of the year. Most of these matches led to marriages in the end. Lupercalia was then outlawed by the Christian Church or by the Pope in the 5th century because it was deemed unchristian by the Pope. It was only during the Middle Ages that the day Valentine's Day definitively became associated with love. This was because in England and France, February 14th was believed to be the day when the birds started mating. So this led to the sense or the idea of romance uh, being dedicated to this day of February 14th. And this was how the connection was built. These are the main theories that surround this topic of Valentine's Day, about its origin and the reason of why it started and came into existence. There can be no guarantee of which one is correct and which one is not, because there are there can be no guarantee of which one of these is correct and which one is not. So it depends on your reason and which one you perceive to be correct. And it may vary from person to person. So that's it, and thank you.